Alright, let's get this shit over with.
Oh, so she's shy. Oh, I get that. I can feel shy sometimes too.
Well, with Julia, it's not just that. You see, she has autism.
Hello everyone, my name is B25 Movies, and as you all know, I have recently watched this show. Yep, and I absolutely love this show. Like, I could not love it more. I mean, I could, I could, like a lot more, if like a few things were different. Okay, I'm rambling, but still, so I decided to do a video all about Game of Thrones. But I decided last minute that no, it's not about all of Game of Thrones. It's only about season 8. But for context, I'm going to run through the list of stuff that happens very quickly. So here's where my voice is going to speed up, and little pictures of everything I'm saying will come up. So let's get into that.
So in season one, we're introduced to the Starks and the White Walkers. The White Walkers are like zombie creatures. They're like from beyond the wall. The Starks are like the good guys. They are in the north of the Seven Kingdoms. They're like just all around cool dudes. And the head of the north is, of course, Ned Stark. He is just a Chad. That's how you describe that man, a Chad. But yeah, the king and queen come to visit Winterfell because they are friends with Ned Stark. But then the queen and her brother are doing the fricky fricks. So Ned Stark's son finds that, and oh, the Lannisters can't be having that. So they push the child out of a window. Flash forward, and we have a girl called Daenerys Targaryen. She's over in some other mystical land, being sold as a sex slave, basically. And she's given to this, like, absolute Chad, like, she's given to Aquaman. And Aquaman, like, fricks her aggressively and, like, practically rapes her until she gets a case of Stockholm Syndrome. And, like, wants to pleasure him. Then she kills her brother. But then people, back in normal place, Ned Stark's now hand of the king. But then, stuff go bad when they want to assassinate Daenerys. Ned Stark then goes out and doesn't want to be hand of the king anymore. But then he's stabbed in the leg. Then he wants to be hand of the king anymore. No, then he wants to be hand of the king. Then the king goes on a hunting trip, and then a boar rips out his guts, and then the queen finishes him off. Then they betray Ned Stark, and then Ned Stark's head comes off. And season one, everyone.
Alright, since season 1 is now dealt with, I'm going to absolutely rush through the rest of this without actually caring about which season it's in. So I'm just going to get to the important stuff that's actually game changing.
So Daenerys, so Aquaman dies of like skin disease, and Daenerys becomes queen of the Dothraki. She takes over a couple of cities. She has 3 dragons. The Starks, all of them, are like absolutely massacred, including Robb Stark, absolutely killed at something called the Red Wedding. Only a couple of them live. Peter Baelish becomes master of coin. Then he's accused of killing Joffrey, the king. Then Sansa leaves, and so does he. They all like go their separate ways. Sansa's given to another abusive man called Ramsay, who is the one who took back Winterfell after Theon Greyjoy took it. Theon Greyjoy, haven't really talked about him, probably should have, but I'm unprofessional. So Ramsay is now Sansa's new captor after Littlefinger, the little bastard, gave her away. So Jon Snow, who I should have said about earlier, but again I'm unprofessional, has been at the wall protecting it from White Walkers. And now there is a raid of wildlings, which are people beyond the wall, but he fricked the wildlings, so now he has an emotional connection to them, and he doesn't like murdering them, even though they murdered like loads of his people. So then he mercy kills one of them from a king called Stannis Baratheon, who actually has quite a claim to the throne and kills his own brother with shadow magic. Anyway, but his brother passes through the wall because he has to become like some bird. He becomes the bird. But anyway, Jon Snow leaves the wall and goes to Winterfell, becomes king of the north. Then, this is all like season 7 now, so Daenerys has come to Westeros. She needs allies, so she comes to Jon Snow for help. Jon Snow, of course, gives her help, because Jon Snow is how they say a Chad. Mostly Chad, man. But yeah, Jon Snow is a Chad, and he's such a Chad. Like, look at this Chad. Like, look at him. How can you deny this Chad anything? But anyway, then Jon Snow needs to bring a White Walker to Cersei Lannister, who's become queen now because her other son jumped out of a building after she killed all of her enemies, including the king's wife, the queen, with wildfire. Yeah, they have to convince her that the White Walker's real so they can put off the stupid war. And yeah, that doesn't work. Like, at all. But yeah, like, they go to get it. They're stuck back beyond the wall. And yeah, they're almost in certain doom. But then Daenerys flies 3 of her dragons there to save them. But then, oh no, dragon gets shot in the neck, and then an ice dragon is born, and that's the end of season 7. So yeah, everything's pretty much summed up very badly. Oh yeah, and Ramsay got got his balls ripped off by dogs. And there you go. That is all of Game of Thrones summed up. And now I'm going to talk in depth about season 8. Get ready for what this video is actually about. Enjoy.
Now we are entering some time I like to call the Depression timeline, because Game of Thrones is one of the best TV shows I've ever watched. But this season, nothing much happens in the first episode. They just show Cersei that, oh, the White Walkers do exist, and Cersei sees one and is scared of one, and it's just like, nah, let's not help in that fucking war because reasons. Like, is she fucking actually stupid? Like, look at her. You think she's a bit fucking smart, but no, she's just an absolute numpty. Like, honestly, she has no brain cells whatsoever fucking ever. Like, it's so stupid. They could have defeated the White Walkers so much easier. Which brings me to my next point. The Dark Night or the Longest Night, I forget whatever the fuck it's called, and honestly I don't give a fuck, is when the White Walkers finally come to Winterfell, and it's the Great War, the battle to save all battles, and it's pretty fucking rushed. Like, the battle itself is okay and all, but like the whole thing is just so fucking rushed, it makes me want to die. Like, the Night King has no fucking purpose. He literally doesn't use his powers correctly. Like, people die all the time in this battle, yet he never brings them back. Like, he barely does anyway, and when he does, it's never at a good time. Like, they build up the Night King to be such an evil motherfucker, yet he is brainless. He's like Darth Maul, but worse. Like, he doesn't utilize any of his powers. Do you know that big fucking dragon who melted down the giant wall, which I should have probably talked about, but I'm unprofessional again? It can't even melt rocks to kill fucking Jon Snow, the little prick, who spends most of the season saying, she's my queen, or making one of two fucking faces. Like, look at him. These are the two faces he fucking makes. Like, this fucking... It's time to calm down, B25 movies. But anyway, so this battle ends with, like, Jorah Mormont's death, which isn't sad at all. They rip all emotion out of it. And then, the person to kill fucking the Night King, without the Night King saying a word, is fucking not Jon Snow, not Bran Stark, not anyone, but fucking Arya Stark. She had no place, no right to kill him. There was no place for her in this final battle. She was just there because the plot wanted her to be there. Like, it just felt so rushed that she was fucking there. Sorry, I'm banging stuff in real life, but it just didn't make sense why she killed him. And he went out like a little bitch, and they did the most generic thing where everyone, after the big ones killed, everyone just starts to die, and it's all the day is saved and all that jazz. And it's like, oh, jazz hands, and I'm just like, please fucking kill me. Stab a dagger, drive it right through my heart. But then the next episode is basically just an episode of an after party, and everyone's like, oh yeah, Jon Snow rode a dragon because he's grey. But like, so Khaleesi gets fucking like, oh, people like Jon Snow more than me because Jon Snow is actually a Targaryen. I probably should have mentioned that. Anyway, she's scared that Jon Snow has the better right to the throne, which he actually does. But Jon Snow has said again, as I will quote, she's my queen. And he says it throughout the whole fucking thing. God damn it, Jon Snow making one of two fucking faces. Anyway, the next episode is when Khaleesi is flying her two dragons across the sky, and then, uh-oh, the Iron Fleet. She's literally flying above them, but she just cannot see the entire fleet of fucking ships. Like, and she's nursing this dragon back to health, and like the dragon's just actually trying to get to fly again, and then the dragon just gets impaled by a fucking arrow. Like, what? Why? And the director's excuse for her not seeing the Iron Fleet is, yeah, Daenerys just forgot about the Iron Fleet. Like, someone roll the clip.
Kind of forgot about the Iron Fleet and Euron's forces. They certainly haven't forgotten about her.
Yeah, fucking absolute imbecile right there. You know, he clearly cared about this season. Anyway, the next thing that happens is Khaleesi's fucking basically handmaiden slave bitch, who's actually a cunt, I hate her, gets kidnapped by Cersei. And then Cersei gets fucking Frankenstein to fucking like behead her. I know this fucking gets weird as fuck. But yeah, he gets Frankenstein to behead her. So then Cersei, no, not Cersei, fucking hell, two very different people. Oh, I don't want to see a morph between Cersei and fucking Daenerys. Anyway, Daenerys is pissed basically, and like the whole thing about this is how do they take King's Landing without killing innocents? And yeah, they think there's no way that they're going to be able to do it. So the next episode, which is the second last episode, Daenerys rides in on her dragon. And like Tyrion Lannister, who's my favourite character, again, probably should have mentioned that. This bearded, beautiful motherfucker. I'd love just to like suck his beard hair off. Like give him a shave, just... Anyway, yeah, she rides in on a dragon and the Unsullied and all. And then, with the dragon, it starts burning all the crossbows that could kill the dragon. Her last dragon, by the way. And then it destroys the Iron Fleet fucking easily. The thing that killed one of her dragons absolutely massacres it too easily. And then everyone's giving up. And they ring the bells of surrender. And it's just like, oh, that was easy. And then, against all of her character, through this entire fucking show, Daenerys still kills all the innocents, burning the streets of King's Landing for no fucking reason. I am sorry. You want to subvert our expectations, that's your show. But like, come the fuck on. Give some indication that this will happen. Give us a clue that this is what you were leading to. And people in the comments better not say, oh well, she executed people. Again, Ned Stark's first thing we're shown is people of authority are allowed to execute people. It's actually part of their job. Everyone does this. Then, after she aggressively kills everyone in King's Landing, and Cersei and fucking Jaime Lannister. Jaime Lannister is also one of my favourite characters. Probably should have mentioned that. Anyway, they're again killed by rubble, the little incest family themselves. Absolutely massacred by fucking rocks. You know, better than Jean-Luc Picard, am I right? Okay, sorry, too soon. Anyway, she doesn't even sit on the Iron Throne. She goes into the throne room, and then Jon Snow comes in, and it's like, you're my queen, as per fucking usual. Then hugs her and says, you'll always be my queen. Then stabs her in the fucking heart with a dagger. After everything I have suffered through this season, all I wanted to see was Daenerys Targaryen sit on the Iron Throne. But the show won't give me that. The last season is so fucking punishing. It will not give me the sign of happiness to see her sit on the fucking throne and decides to stab a dagger in her heart. It didn't even look like it hit her in the heart. It looks like she stabbed her in like the liver or something. Then the dragon plays like a fucking puppy if it found its fucking like owner dead, like start nudging it. Then the dragon like absolutely kidnaps her and flies away. And then Jon Snow is arrested, even though he's actually the rightful king, so I don't really understand it, but whatever. He's arrested, and so is Tyrion, but then Tyrion is let out, and for some reason, Tyrion convinces everyone that Bran Stark, I know, Bran fucking Stark, should be fucking king of the fucking Six Kingdoms, because now the North is an independent state, and then Jon Snow should be banished to the fucking wall. Like, what the fuck? This season feels so rushed. There's so many things I hate about it. I've only named a few now, but I'm going to say my final verdicts on the season. Season 8 is rushed. I feel like it could have been so much better if they actually had intricate planning for the season, and if they actually had a plan. I also feel like it should have been split into at least 2 more seasons. One all about the Great War, and the other about fighting Cersei. Like, honestly, I feel like with more foreshadowing and more planning, Daenerys' turn to the dark side fucking basically would have been like more like justified. I can just imagine Daenerys with a fucking Darth Vader helmet. Please put that up, editor. Oh wait, I am the fucking editor. Yeah, I'm dying on the inside, so please, F's in chat for me. But yeah, final verdict, I fucking hate it. Please kill me now. Wait. What happened to Hodor? Oh yeah, he fucking got massacred. Ah well, bye.